Hello everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. I am currently flipping the Flip Forge Edit Lite that you guys saw in the last video, and this thing is pretty stellar. No week with the Edit Lite just yet, still got to gather my thoughts as this is only a few days after I got it, not a full week yet. But that'll be out sometime, probably next weekend, next Sunday if I had to guess. I think that's my upload schedule. Anyway, welcome back to weekly news that I want to talk about that will most likely be irrelevant by the time this video comes out. Today, we have 3 topics, one of which has already passed, and 2 of which I believe are in the future. I hope are in the future. But who knows? We're just going to go through it anyway. We got some actually pretty exciting news from multiple different makers this week. And the first and least significant, which, I mean, like, it's still significant, but it's not as big of a story as the other 2 are, is gunmetal being introduced to most of Squid's lineup. I believe they announced gunmetal to the Mako Triton Squid Trainer Kraken Trainer, which that's their whole lineup. I feel like I saw someone say that it was like most of their lineup, but obviously they can't do like gunmetal squiddies, and that's the only really other thing that they have. They just dropped gunmetal live blades on Shop Soet. So yeah, I guess that's their whole lineup is now available in gunmetal. The Nautilus, they revealed gunmetal a few weeks ago, and of course the first question that was asked was, will this be available on more trainers? Looks like the answer to that is a resounding yes, as we have this beautiful, almost blue-silver color to accompany the rest of Squid's lineup, which is really, really cool. I like the gunmetal color a lot. And I believe those should be dropping this Wednesday. I actually didn't check the date. Probably should have done that before I started recording, but you know. Anyway, next up on the chopping block, Machinewise. Now, you may know of a certain cameraman by the name of Brandon Baker who has a live-bladed Prysma. And I see him get questions about it a lot. So it seems like people don't know the history behind the Prysma or the live-bladed Prysmas that Machinewise did. Basically, Marin Light is the predecessor to the Prysma. There was supposed to be one final drop of red Marin Lights, and they got absolutely destroyed by the anodizer, I believe, that Machinewise was using. So he had to switch the handles to Prysma handles, but he still had the Marin Light blades to put on the handles. So the final drop of Marin Lights became the first and, to this day, only drop of live blade Prysmas, of which Brandon got one. I believe there's probably 20 or 30 live blade Prysmas out in the wild. I remember he dropped them right before Blade Show. It was this big thing. Until today, because Machinewise has just announced what I like to call the scrungle drop, where he takes every single one of his balisongs. I probably should have primed my Instagram for this, like I normally do, but Machinewise, hello? There he is. The scrungle drop, where he takes the blades and the handles and just says, you go there, you go there. We got Seraph with the Prysma blade. We got a Slift T that looks completely normal, and we got a live blade Prysma in gold. So the live blade Prysma using an Opus blade, I believe it is back and running for about $250, I think. He did a story on price somewhere. I just don't remember where it was. Nor do I really... Nope, don't reply. Nor do I really have the time to go through it if it's not on his story. Here it is. So the Trainer Seraph is actually going to be around $400, which is actually... That's pretty cool. I don't know how a Seraph trainer flips, but I've heard that people who put the Prysma blade on their handles of other things like it, so I'm sure it's pretty cool. Prysmas with the Opus blades are going to be about $250. Everything else same as usual. Basically just the Slift T in the middle there. Machinewise is making some pretty big plays in terms of increasing production quality and efficiency and all that, so it's really great to see him doing so well and introducing a knife that most people have not had the option to get, basically ever. Because Machinewise has a lot of his knives are interchangeable, and a lot of people like changing those blades. So why not just scrungle up the drop and, you know, save people the trouble. Anyway, the final news story of the week, which isn't really the news story of the week, but recently we had the drop of the Cycloid V2. And I'll probably be making a video about this in the future, but I've kind of become the plastic guy. Over half of my collection, thank you, over half of my collection is plastic at this point. And I don't think that's a bad thing. At one point I did think that was a bad thing, but now I've grown to kind of love and really like what plastic has to offer. And I've just kind of become the plastic guy, and the Cycloid V2 is shaping up to be one of the most interesting plastic balisongs that we have seen. Zippy, of course, known for his balisongs, but more recently his mods, as that's what he's been putting out more often. It's been a while since I kind of like wandered over here for a little bit and paced around the room. Anyway, he's putting all of his mod work and experience like that together into one balisong. You have blade inserts with removable weights. You have spacers with removable weights. You have the package of a cycloid. You have the blade of a diode, and you have the quality of a zipper. Everything that Zippy has done up to this point into the Cycloid V2, and it looks really cool, and I will buy one eventually. Still struggling with the whole, you know, like balisong funds thing. Maybe the first payout from Blade Bias, I'll buy a cycloid with, and then make a video on it for Blade Bias, because I want to put all the money back into the channel in some way. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we're on track to hit 3K soon, and we might have something planned for that, so you might want to stay tuned for that, but that's all I can say for now. You know, just a little hint for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys for watching news. Hopefully all of this wasn't completely irrelevant by the time you're watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.